First day of third grade. Breakfast. Well,
it's good. I have to like dab the grease off every time I eat the bacon with my fingers.
bacon and toasted eggs. You're gonna be ready to go. Mary, on your way to first day of third grade, real quick, what are your thoughts?
I'm really excited.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I can't wait to meet my teacher.
Yeah.
I know who the teacher is. I just can't wait to meet her.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited too, sort of. We're headed for preschool pictures. What do you think about all this, Mary?
It's exciting.
I think we should just cut through right here. Come
Okay.
Second, literally exact same,
Except it's in
you
front
just
of.
turn.
Wait, are those
Except when you get in the hole, you turn right instead of
are
left.
those earrings or is that clips?
No, those are clips.
It's a decoration. That's a mask decoration. It's a mask.
So when
necklace.
I eat lunch, I don't have to worry
Ah,
about it.
yes. Awesome. You just drop it down.
Drop it. Love you.
Love you.
I love you, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Was I supposed to get out of here?
Yeah. Tell them to. They're waiting on you. Bye.
After dropping little one off at the first day of third grade in the middle of a pandemic, she's wearing her little mask. It was kind of a quiet drive back to the house for us. I'm actually gonna have a guest on the show today. It's a guy I like a lot named Cole Cubelic, who was a former player at Auburn and now is an analyst with ESPN and the SEC Network. He's a part of a three-man show in Birmingham, and I hadn't been able to have Cole on the show very much because our shows coincided, but now I'm going a little longer, so I've got a window at the end of my show that allows me to get him on. So he's going to be on today. I'm really looking forward to that. I like talking football with him. He knows his stuff. I don't schedule a lot of guests in my shows because, one, I'm not very good at scheduling them, and number two, I think too many shows use guests as a crutch. I think you ought to have a guest when it's meaningful and pertinent, and not just to have a guest to fill the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you have, a Rolodex full of great contacts and notable guests that are just interesting by themselves, and you can pull from that any number of subjects, that's great, that's wonderful. A lot of shows do that. I just don't have that. I haven't made the effort to put in the time in making those relationships, so I'm not going to go out here anymore. I used to do it. I'm not doing it anymore. Just putting guests in the show just to have something different. I figure they pay me to be the radio host. I ought to be able to entertain the audience, and we'll put a guest in there when it's relevant. Today, having Cole on definitely is relevant. Today, the Southeastern Conference is releasing a schedule. Big deal. Be kind of a rough show, and it's a real weird time here at home because we just got some bad news about one of our little dogs. She's really sick, and the word chronic was used, and anyway, it's not good. That's one thing that's tough about the radio thing is anytime there's something outside of these walls that's really bringing you down, it's hard to get in here, and then the lights come on and you put on a happy face and lots of energy and try to do a show, forgetting about other stuff that's going on. So today will be a little bit of a challenge.
Defensively, Tyler Shelvin, Glenn Logan, Apuika up front. Jabril Cox, the stud linebacker that transfers from North Dakota State. Damone Clark's going to be a great player. Derek Stingley might be the best defensive player in college football at corner, and I think Jacoby Stevens is a first-rounder at safety. So it's not like they don't have guys. You know, they just don't have the guy at quarterback.
Out for a walk after the show and just doing some thinking about schedule coming out, first opponent for everybody in the league announced, and then later Monday night all the schedule announced. But I think Cole Kubelik is exactly right what he said on my show.
I think we are embarking on maybe the least physical college football season we've ever seen.
Yeah, there will be not as much tackling in preseason practices. It will be much less physical than what they normally are, which means what I think is teams are going to have to play a lot more people.
You know good and well these coaches are going to be tiptoeing through this practice that starts for most teams today, because you're going to lose some guys with positive COVID tests. That's just going to happen. Now you know guys hadn't gone through the workouts the way they normally do. You didn't have the spring acclimation period of physicality to be able to prepare for a season.
I think offenses who can throw and catch, who are proficient, quarterbacks, receivers, continuity, those teams are going to have a big advantage because you're going to have high-scoring ball games generally. That's what I think. Because I think defenses are going to be depleted and tired and sloppy tackling. Could be wrong, but I think that's what we'll see.
Coaches are not going to – it's only 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Coaches are not going to risk losing guys in camp, Matt. I honestly believe that. I just don't think they're going to.
It is a big day around the SEC for you fans, for the teams.
It's still amazing to me that real professionals believe that what we want is 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning of the show of meaningless hot air babble between several different hosts. Just get to the content. That's what people are tuning in for.